Pankration is made up of two words, pan and kratos, all and strength, whereas kratos means almighty. This discipline, of immense power in resolving a conflict, was associated with Zeus, father of men and gods, Zeus Kratos meaning Zeus the Almighty. Pankration is the oldest known form of bare-handed combat. Archaeological findings bring us back in time up to 2000 BC, while manuscripts bring us back to 4000 BC. According to some sources, it was Theseus who discovered pankration, defeating the Minotaur in the labyrinth with a single blow of this form of combat. According to other sources, it was Hercules, a semi-god, who actually discovered it. Originally, pankration was a form of combat for survival, where everything was allowed: bites, scratches, fingers in the eyes, stinging to the groin and to the spine. The greatest times for pankration coincide with the era of Alexander the Great, who forced his warriors to learn such martial art so as to become invincible, both armed and bare-handed. Subsequently, pankration became a well-respected discipline, where a beautiful victory was sought by its practitioners, which means fighting with clean techniques. In the year 648 AC, pankration was included in the Olympic program, becoming so popular that in 200 BC, a category for the youth was established, allowing children to compete at the Olympic Games. Pankration remains the most complete combat discipline known to the world, that we received directly from a remote and long-forgotten era. Only ancient manufacts allowed this amazing discipline to survive to this day, a discipline that has contributed to the birth of all other known modern martial arts, such as judo, karate, taekwondo, kung fu, and so on. This statue serves as an extraordinary witness to the ancient discipline of pankration. The statue is currently kept in Italy, in the prestigious museum Gli Uffizi in Florence, and it is erroneously named Fighters, a name which is incomplete, as these are clearly pankration fighters, as demonstrated by one of the two fighters striking technique with a closed fist, while the other fighter turns his head to avoid being hit. Fighters were the stars of ancient Olympic Games. Their grappling and striking techniques are now used by today's fighters. The original fighters were of Greek origin, and to them goes the merit of inventing these ancient fighting sports and codifying all its techniques. History repeats itself. Italy, the second home of pankration, took great efforts in making this discipline so popular as to involve also the Italian army. Paratroopers of Folgore Special Forces train today in the footsteps of the ancient pankration fighters. Today, this magnificent discipline has branched in two separate paths, pankration and pankration atlima. Both sporting categories endorse total combat. Pankration follows the footsteps of the ancient pankration, excluding prohibited hits, but including the KO. Pankration atlima, on the other hand, fits today's requirements by seeking the beautiful victory of ancient times, that is, prevailing over the opponent with controlled strikes and without getting hurt. Thanks to FILA and UWW and to the personal efforts of Mr. Rafael Martinetti and Mr. Nenad Lalovic, who included pankration as an associated discipline, Pankration is now endorsed again by the International Olympic Committee. All practitioners of martial art hold high hopes to see again pankration among Olympic disciplines, there where it was for 1,141 years.